You guys stop!
What happens when respect disappears and things get personal? When boxing legends take their fight beyond the ring, it's no longer just a rivalry, it's a full-on battle. After Canelo Alvarez dropped Terence "Bud" Crawford with a single brutal punch on live camera, fans assumed that was the end. But this story is far from finished. Terence Crawford has finally broken his silence from his hospital bed, bruised, stitched up, and burning with anger. And if you ask Bud, this isn't about the sport anymore. It's personal now. What's coming next could be the fiercest rivalry boxing has faced in a long time.
Crawford is not a small brother in this fight. Crawford looks like a physical threat to Canelo. If we're looking at it 1-to-1, this is a dangerous fight. I'm telling you all, we can't deny that there is a more level ground when we look at them face to face now, with the physical aspect of this fight being the most dominant aspect of why people feel Canelo would win. I'm saying that now we have to reevaluate this. It's not as far off as we may believe.
Let's break it down. Just 3 days ago, things spiraled out of control backstage at a charity event in Las Vegas. The vibe was meant to be calm. Canelo was handling some PR, and Bud was passing through with his crew. But the moment they saw each other, everything changed.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing.
No.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
So.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What makes you nervous? Nothing in boxing. This is what I live for. And with no gloves, no security fast enough to step in, Canelo let years of built-up tension explode with one powerful right hand to Crawford's jaw. The cameras caught everything. TMZ dropped the clip, and within minutes, social media blew up.
Being thrown, there's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw.
Crawford was out cold, carried away by his team. The pound-for-pound champ, knocked out by a punch that didn't even happen in a ring. But here's the real story. This wasn't out of nowhere. Canelo had a reason. The disrespect had been brewing for months. Bud kept calling him out, saying he was dodging real competition, only picking on smaller opponents. Then came that viral clip where Crawford claimed he'd destroy Canelo in a street fight.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm going to be against anybody. I ain't never going to say another man going to whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Those words hit hard when they're aimed at a 4-division world champ like Canelo, a guy who's been leading the sport ever since Mayweather stepped away. So when they ran into each other backstage, Canelo didn't hesitate for a second.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And I guess, hey, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off.
Orbitable.
He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Now from his hospital bed, Crawford's making it clear, this isn't just some heated rivalry anymore. It's personal. He said, he'll regret ever putting his hands on me. Sources close to Bud say the punch left him with a fractured orbital bone, a mild concussion, and serious swelling. But even with his face busted up, Crawford hasn't lost a bit of confidence. He told reporters, he caught me off guard. But I'm still me. He says Canelo just woke up a different version of Bud, the kind that doesn't forget. This isn't about money or hype anymore. It's about revenge, legacy, and pride. And with Canelo staying completely silent, Crawford's side of the story is the one dominating the headlines.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Here's what most people overlook. This feud has been heating up for years. Back in 2021, Bud publicly accused Canelo of avoiding black fighters. That comment went viral, and Canelo didn't take it lightly. He fired back saying, I fight whoever's in front of me. I'm not scared of anyone. But let's be honest, that tension never really died down.
The only fighter in boxing that I will say is not ducking anyone in terms of weight, class, title, and most importantly, race. I'm not buying that for Canelo. No, I don't agree with it.
Yo, my dude, I gotta give you, this is a commendable moment, my dude.
No.
I gotta give you your props because I was almost sure that you was gonna be on the other side of the fence talking about Canelo Alvarez is absolutely avoiding some very slick and skillful black fighters. Now, with that being said, I do think he's being strategic, and I do think there are some fighters who are so skillful, but they don't bring the bag the way they need to.
Yes.
So I think it's more so risk reward.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about I can't beat this guy. It's more so if I do fight this guy, what am I really gaining?
That's facts.
So I'm right there with you. I don't think it has to do with, black fighters per se. I think he's just being, strategic in the people that he's picking, just like.
Crawford kept rising, staying undefeated, and shutting down critics after dominating Spence. Meanwhile, Canelo started facing heat for supposedly choosing easier opponents. Fans were calling for a mega fight between the two, but Canelo kept dismissing it, saying Bud was too small. Still, that punch said it all. Deep down, he felt the pressure. He needed to show the world this is still his time.
So you see a small fighter, when you look in his eyes, do you see a fighter that could possibly beat you?
No, never.
So,
Never.
Of course, this is boxing, so some folks are calling it fake. They're saying the punch was staged, just another publicity stunt like the Paul versus Tyson hype to boost pay-per-view sales.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people.
Bro, that is so
It's all downhill
crazy.
from here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
But here's the difference. This isn't some exhibition match or a friendly spar. This is a fight that defines legacies. And Canelo doesn't play around. If that punch was fake, then both guys deserve Oscars. But from the way security rushed in and the look of pure rage on Canelo's face, it's clear this was the real deal.
But what if Canelo shoves you again this press conference?
I'm gonna cry like a baby.
All right, thank you.
The tension is through the roof. Canelo's out to prove he's still the face of boxing. But something's changed. He's not the calm, focused fighter we've known. He's acting on emotion now. Swinging at airports, losing his cool in public. That's not the mindset of a steady champ. That's the pressure showing. On the other hand, Crawford's standing tall. He's got nothing to lose. If he wins, he becomes a legend. If he doesn't, he still took the risk and aimed high. No shame either way.
Of course, look, you've accomplished everything. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've been undisputed now in 2 weight classes. This will give you undisputed championship in the 3rd weight class. But not just that, you know you're fighting an all-time great, and you know that the credit's gonna go to you if you beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez at 168. Is that why you want it?
Well, when I beat him.
When you beat him.
Definitely. You know, the stakes is high. You know, it's high risk, high reward type of fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
When would you say, from memory, that you first thought this fight was a real possibility, that you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, you know, a couple of years ago when they started talking about Spence fighting Canelo. Then just, you know, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? You know, how long his arms and things like that. Just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that. And when he walk out the ring, I'm looking at him like, all that big, you know. So me talking to him with Turkey and Turkey not wanting to fight, and me like, yeah, this is the fight that I want, being that, you know, he's the last great fighter of our era, you know. That's just like, you know, me fighting a Pacquiao, Mayweather, De La Hoya, and things like that. So that's why I wanted to fight.
Crawford stayed cool through all of it, focused, calm, and using that shove as fuel. He didn't flinch or fall apart. If anything, it lit a fire in him. What looked like disrespect to everyone else, Crawford saw as a challenge, a warning. But instead of stepping back, Bud is charging forward. Now, let's be real about what this means for Terence "Bud" Crawford. This isn't just moving up in weight, it's diving straight into the lion's den. Canelo's been facing heavy hitters at 168 and even 175. His power is on another level. Just ask Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, or Sergey Kovalev.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Crawford, on the other hand, started his journey at just 135 pounds. Let that sink in. He's climbing 3 full weight classes from his lightweight days.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence "Bud" Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong let it go. Paulo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
A lot of boxing experts are concerned. Some are asking what happens when Crawford takes a clean shot from Canelo, right to the ribs or the chin. This isn't Spence. This isn't Porter. This is Canelo, the pride of Mexican boxing, with serious knockout power in both fists.
That's my biggest concern when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford, when people, for some reason, keep mistakenly comparing him to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to being an elusive fighter. Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis has a similar approach to boxing. They are boxer punchers, and it's because Terence Crawford was too big and too strong for most of the opponents. He was too athletic too. Foot speed, hand speed, just too accurate. Physically, probably the best athlete in the boxing world. He does the same thing, which is why he's been dropped, which is why he's been rocked, which is why he gets hit a lot with consecutive punches. You saw him against Madrigal, you saw him against David Abnese. You saw the type of punches he was getting landed on from Showtime Sean Porter, right? Because he's used to bullying cats. And that's what I'm concerned about with him versus Canelo Alvarez.
But the big question is, can Bud's skill and fight IQ hold up at 168, or will the jump in weight finally be too much to handle?
Terence Crawford is at one fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrigal. He is older than Canelo, he is coming up in weight, he is coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what, Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
Yeah, same here. Even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot-shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I gotta do something great, that's when Crawford's gonna have to get on his.
The pressure is real. Canelo's ruled 168 without a challenge. But this isn't Williams' skull. This isn't Ryder. This is Terence Crawford, the most precise, strategic, and dangerous switch hitter in boxing right now. And let's be honest, Canelo's recent fights haven't exactly wowed anyone. He's still one of the best, but there's a noticeable slowdown. Crawford sees it, and that's exactly why he jumped at this fight. Now,
if Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
And that punch at the airport might be the biggest sign yet. Canelo knows Bud is coming for the throne.
I always try to respect my opponents, and I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him you need to do something, and he did. And now before I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do. And he did, so. But you know me. I respect everybody, but if you with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terence, is that true? Did Turki Al-Ashi ask you to spice things up?
Turki didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who is the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
I ain't scared of and you're gonna find that out. As you seen the last press conference,
we'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September.
This doesn't look good for Canelo. People are saying he's shaken, losing control, and starting to realize that Terence Crawford might really have what it takes to beat him.
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. You know, he's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. You know, so everybody, you know, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, you know, we taking this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terence, you've said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
Said when I win.
When you win. Well, with that, you know, what is Terence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that mountain. Ain't nothing left to say.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Bud, on the other hand, just became even more dangerous. He took a punch outside the ring and didn't back down. That's mental warfare 101. That's alpha energy. That's the mindset of someone who's not afraid of anything.
I can say a lot of negative things about Canelo's resume, but I won't. You know, I wanna, you know, pay homage to the fighters that he fought. And if he don't want to pay homage to the fighters I fought, if he think they nobodies, then come fight time, then I wonder what they're going to say after I beat him.
When he pushed you, I know you've gained weight. You look actually a lot bigger. When he gave you a half shove, how is that size feeling now?
Listen, that wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? That little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be...
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.